Look at this. Beautiful colors, each your colors. We got potatoes, we got cabbage, we got leeks, we got kale, we have onions, we have carrots. That's not for the Colcannon. I'm just going to chop those so they'll be ready to steam tonight. And some garlic. So what we're going to do, Colcannon is not hard. It is not hard. It's several steps, and you do dirty dishes, but it is not hard. Just you plan time. So we're going to get started. I don't know if I'll get the whole thing done in one live, or I might break off. We'll just see how it all goes and how it plays. So let me turn you around and get you in a holder and hopefully not make you too dizzy while I try to get you set up here. So you'll be able to see, and I think you can. So you'll be able to see what I'm doing. First off, I'm going to start with the potatoes boiling, because they obviously are going to take a little bit. I've already washed them, and I already went through and checked for bad spots. So that's done. And I'm just going to boil them. I got the little baby potatoes because they were on sale and we like them. You can use a golden potato or even a red potato will work. I'm just putting this on the stove, not really to see here. But you do want a potato that'll make it creamy mashed potatoes. So that's going. Woo! Step one's done. Yay! I think what I see is in a delay. There we go. Yep, it is a delay, so I just have to be aware of it. Next up, I'm going to be using my Rapid Prep mandolin. I'm going to, we need 2 onions, sliced or chopped. I think I'm going to thin slice them. And when I'm prepping stuff like that, you can't see it, but I have a trash can. I don't have one under my, like in a cabinet. It does stay in the cabinet, but it's not a high one. So I always clean, when I'm doing stuff like this, clean out my far sink, and my trash can goes up there so I can easily get to it to dispose of stuff, and so I don't have a mess on my counter or in my clean sink. And that's just me. You obviously do what works for you. I'm just trimming the little ends off and then peeling the outside layer. Yum, yum, yum. I love onion. I love all onions. Red onions for sandwiches. Ooh. And I love sauteed onions, or like French onion soup or dip. Okay, come on. This one's not peeling like the other one did. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right. Now we got, and like I mentioned yesterday, you can adjust the quantity in Colcannon of things. If you're not a huge onion eater, or if you don't like slices of onion, go ahead and chop it, or don't put quite as much in. It's totally up to you and your tastes. I'm going to get that out too. So do what works for you. Okay. Oops. I'm not the most graceful of cook. Okay, I'm going to use a Rapid Prep mandolin, and I'm going to do a fry cut actually instead of slice, and I'm going to set it for 5, and we'll see how that works. If you have any mandolin or use a knife, the Rapid Prep works great because I'm going to be doing cabbage in it also and other things. So here it is. I love that it has suction cups on the bottom, so it helps since I'm not the most coordinated person. It helps me with that. All right, so here, I think I'm going to make them one size smaller. And let's see how that goes. That's what I like about this thing. See, some of these are coming out almost diced. That's too, you're too big. And I kind of thought that might be the thing. Ooh, I'm gonna start crying a little bit. I'm going to pour you out. Oh, now I am. Ooh. All right. There's my onion done. Woo, nice and quick. A few irritations in my eyes, but not much. I get more when I use a knife, and probably because it's a lot slower for me. What I'm going to do next, I'm not going to worry about that a whole lot because I'm just going to keep using it. Who has cooked with leeks before? I love leeks. They do come from the onion family. That's a big guy. I'm going to trim him. Whew. Moving that onion away from me. Okay, ooh, how do I want to do this? I want to slice my leeks, but thin. Let's try that. I'm going to take off the outside layer, and I'm going to slice them. Let's see how this works. I might have to do it in 2 pieces. I honestly haven't done leeks in the rapid prep before. But these are extremely dirty leeks, I noticed. So what I'm doing is cutting them first. I may only use one, we'll see. Cut him first, and then I'm going to put him in my colander to wash them and drain it. Let's take that out. But this will get all the dirt out of my leek, which is what I want. And my recipe originally didn't call for adding leeks. I've used several different Colcannon recipes. And I like leeks. So I now add it to, I added it to the recipe. All right, all right, all right. Let's just let that drain for a minute. And let me, because I want to use this some more, but let me rinse them out. And I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just running water over it. It's the worst since my leek was dirty. I want to rinse it off before I use it again on something else. And really, now I got cold water right now, but after I'm done using it, unless I get something greasy or like the carrots discolor it, that is how I wash my rapid prep. Only I use really hot water, and I just make sure a little closer. All right, so we have our leek. You said a minute more. We have our onion. Excuse me, sniffling. And my recipe calls for 2 cloves of garlic. Remember I mentioned use what you like. We love garlic. And 2 cloves of garlic is a suggestion. It's not enough for us. So I am using a press, and I'm going to put 4 cloves. What happened to you? Oh, that was dumb. The way this works, it peels you. I don't have to peel my garlic. Just put it in. It gets the garlic, and then the garlic peel just comes right off. And that one went right in the sink. Okay. Four cloves of garlic instead of 2. Now, what we're going to do is, this is going to get sauteed. I think that's pretty good. There we go. This is all going to get sauteed, the onion, garlic, and my leek. And then I'm going to add the, I'm getting you seasick. So my potatoes are in here. They're hopefully going to come to a boil soon. My wok is going to be for my onion, garlic, and cabbage, and leek. And it calls to add a tablespoon of butter in the skillet. Saute the garlic and onions and leek over medium heat for about 10 minutes until they're translucent, and then add my cabbage. Well, let's get that heating. I am going to use a mix. I don't want to add it yet until my pan starts getting heated, but I'm going to use, I have liquid gold that I keep, which is bacon grease. It smells so good. So, if you're vegetarian, obviously don't add bacon grease, but I'm going to do about a half tablespoon of butter and a half tablespoon of bacon grease, and they will complement each other. So, let me see. I should have started this heating. This is what I was thinking, we're going to have downtime while things cook, but that's okay. My potatoes are thinking of coming to a boil. If you don't have them, I love the nesting spoon racks, because I can have that on that side, and I think on this side I'm going to have my tongs for that. Okay, let's add about a tablespoon of butter. Oh yeah, it's getting warm. Who else keeps bacon grease to cook with? I love it, love it. Green beans, when I get fresh green beans, I'll put it in for flavoring. And mixing your oils, butter, olive oil, bacon grease, what have you, actually leads to better sauteing and searing. So there's a little tip for you. So there's that. It's about done. I'm just going to pop my onions in there. I did tell you, I do dirty a lot of dishes when I am making Colcannon. But it's so good. And so worth it. And they're not hard to clean. Okay, so we're going to let that, hopefully all my cabbage will go fit in there. We're going to let that go. Next thing, we're going to take the cabbage. Let's put you down. I think that's better. Let's see. Okay, so it calls for about 4 cups of cabbage. I'm going to start with a half a cabbage and see how that goes. Don't cut yourself, like I just did. One thing, I love a sharp knife. You don't even feel when you cut yourself. I didn't feel it hardly at all. So let's see, I might have to go get a Band-Aid if he bleeds. I don't want to bleed on my food. Right now what I'm doing is cutting the core out, trying to. Cabbages, spaghetti squash, any kind of squash, acorn squash, that can be tough to cut and prune. Alright, now, I'm not going to bleed hardly at all. That was a nick. Okay, so take off just the very outer leaves. Make sure there's no dirt. You know what I'm going to do? This is going through my rapid cook. And I'm going to set him for, because I want to like shred it, so I'm going to do a fry setting, and we're going to set it on number 5. Let's see how that works. Let me real quick check my onions. Give them a stir. Ooh. And my potatoes can get turned down. All right. Let's put my 2 little ends in. Is that a great way to shred your cabbage? And this half is going to be more than enough. How do you shred your cabbage? I'd love tips if you do it a different way. Or do you use a knife? I know you can, I've read where some people grate it also, like with a coarse cheese grater. So it could do that also. There's my shredded cabbage. Look how nice and fine that is. So in the mashed potatoes, there'll be a little bit of the texture there, so I don't do that a whole lot. But I have made bone broth before. It's great for us. And also, if I don't put anything like else in it, I'll do like bone broth with chicken and beef. I will put like kale or spinach, or and after it's cooked, I'll add like frozen peas or things. And it's great for your dogs. But you can't put any salt, pepper, garlic, or anything like that in it. If you use it for your dogs, you don't want to. Now I am going to slice the carrots. They'll have a little bit of, I want them thicker. Let's see what that can do. Perfect. And these are going to get put aside, and I'll steam them later when we get ready for dinner. Big carrot. Dinner for St. Patty's Day, but also the extra nutrients. So, you know, these are mashed potatoes. They're still mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are not the best for you. But with the cabbage, sorry, my face is right in there actually, I'm sorry. With the cabbage, with the kale, with the onions, I mean, there are other nutrients in it. And several years ago, I made Colcannon using mashed cauliflower instead of the mashed potatoes. It was very, very good. So if you are on a low-carb diet, you can go that direction if you so chose. All right, that's bad. I did that a couple years, I think. But the mashed, I've made like, you know, mashed potatoes out of cauliflower before, just mashed potatoes, and also the Colcannon. Very good stuff. All right, that delay. So here is my onion and leek and garlic. And I am now he's been our mailman since we've lived here 20-some years, and he always, if he has to come to the door with a package, he always brings a treat for the dogs. So he is the best mailman ever. He's going to be retiring before long, which kind of makes me sad, but happy for him. All right, so to our onions. Boy, that's a lot. It'll cook down. All right, we added the cabbage. That's going to cook. Let me... They're cooking, but they're not there yet. You can see. And for the kale, I like cutting off the center stalk because it is tough. And yes, you can see me good. So we're just going to cut. Kale actually comes from the same family as cabbage, so the two of these are related. On these biggers, I like to just fold it over and cut. Just get rid of that. The middle stem. My proportions might be off. I may have more cabbage and onions than I do mashed potatoes, but I guess that makes it healthier for me. Always try to look for the positive, right? Yep. I'm interested if anybody would be willing, is going to give Colcannon a try sometime. I know I dirty a lot of dishes. And like I said, it's not hard, it just has steps. But it's a very forgiving dish. And I'll tell you what, if you know like what a shepherd's pie is, normally it's like burger or lamb, vegetables, mashed potatoes on top. I think I said yesterday, I've made like a Reuben shepherd's pie before, where I put corned beef and then I think sauerkraut and Swiss cheese and Colcannon on top with leftovers. Oh my gosh, was that ever good. What do you do with your leftover corned beef if you make it? What's your favorite thing to do leftover with it? I've made leftover Reuben salads before. Okay, I had the 2 corned beefs. Yesterday I cooked. And I put them in the fridge. Now they do need heated. I mean, there is fat there. But I'm going to carve one of them. When you carve a corned beef, you always want to go against the grain. So the grain's going this way, so I'm going to carve it this way. So you get nice pieces. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's see. Yes. Oh. When I cook them in the crock pot, I just go all the way down, I'm not able to slice and get those nice slices. And I found out, well, actually my sister shared that she always cooks, I'm getting a little thick, hers in the oven and wraps them in slices the next day because she can get nice slices out of it. And it gives a better quote-unquote presentation. So, that is what I did, I think last year. I might need a fork. That's getting awful close to my... Here's our potatoes. Oh, they're almost done. Give them just a minute more. Here is our cabbage. cabbage, and I think it is done. I'm going to shut that off. I guess I can use this. I love this cookware. The handles on the lids don't get hot. And our kale is coming right along. I could have had more. And the handles of the pots don't get hot either. But I love being, it's warm, but they're not hot. And same with this. Okay, I think our potatoes are done. So let me again move you. And we're going to do that. You're off. Let's put you there. Get you better there. Okay, first off, we're going to drain these. Who uses a colander to drain their potatoes? I'll be truthful. Oh, I bet you're getting all sorts of steam. There have been a couple times where I've dropped the pot in the sink. Talk about not being happy with myself. But I didn't do it this time. So that's a good one. I don't think it calls for any butter right now, but I'm sorry. Mashed potatoes. Need butter. Oh, put you there. And just a tad bit of milk. A little bit of salt. And a lot of pepper. We don't need a whole lot of salt, but we do like pepper. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to go with this guy, since they are whole. We like potato skins in our potatoes. Whether I'm doing these baby or whole, regular russets or Idaho or any of them. Pretty much. Mashed potatoes is one of my favorite comfort foods. So not good for you, but so good tasting. Okay, there's that. Let's put you here. Let's put you there. Okay, that side handle did get warm, but that's okay. And let's do this so it can drain. Because we don't want all that extra liquid in our potatoes or our Colcannon, because it'll water it down too much. So, let's just add another colander to wash, or throw in the dishwasher. Okay, so there's that. How are my, the kale? Right. This turned into one long live instead of multiple. That's okay. There's that. I'll go there. Oh my gosh. Put it in through the strainer also. Add it. Now what I'll do is I will package this all up, and then I'll heat up obviously just a portion of it. It made a lot, but something like this, I've never tried freezing it, but I'll bet you could. Something like this I'd rather make more of and have leftovers. I personally could eat this every day. I won't, but I could. But I'll just heat up a portion of it tonight for dinner. and the rest will go, and we'll have leftovers. Oh my. Yeah. Make sure. Onion and garlic and leek and cabbage and kale and butter and bacon grease, salt, pepper. It needs more salt and more pepper. So, and that's why you have to do a taste test, because you never know. There we go. Oh, but that'll be good. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to spend a half hour or so doing my dishes, and I will take a picture tonight of the meal served up. I still have to steam my carrots. I'm just going to steam them with a little bit of butter. You could do a glaze, but I'm just going to steam them with butter. And that'll be, my dinner's ready. I've got my soda bread right where I put it. It's all ready. We'll just cut it and toast a piece, and the corned beef sliced. It just needs heated. This will go in a container called Colcannon, and I'll just heat up a portion of it. So dinner tonight will be easy. My mess, which let me show you my sink. And this, that guy's still clean. He's going to get put away. But and those, and that gets put up. And then my dishes over here. It's not a big mess. It's all easy cleaning. But it all has to get done. So I will do that. And then tonight, it is easy peasy, awesome St. Patty's Day dinner. So I hope this was helpful. I will be in the group. Oh, I don't know exactly when. It won't be immediate, but figure out what we want to do for next month. This again, it's going to be, and I'll come live and explain it again, but if you're listening, about once a month, we're going to do something different. Today, obviously, we shared for St. Patty's Day this week, and next month we'll do a different flavor. So I'm going to do a poll, ask your opinions, and I hope this is fun and educational for you. So let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much. Bye.